So when I type in digital marketing courses in Ghaziabad, let's say, these all ads are there, and my website is right up there on the SEO part also, if you can see. Now, if I create an ad over here, that is, I do it with the help of an AdWords. And who am I? I'm an advertiser. I want an advertisement for my website. I want traffic onto my website. So, so we use AdWords to create these ads. Okay. Advertisers always use these ads. I mean, someone who has got money, who wants traffic onto their website, they will go ahead and use Google AdWords. And with the help of Google AdWords, these top three or the ones on the right hand side, these ads come in. What AdSense is all about, let's say now DMP changes its position. Instead of being an advertiser, DMP becomes a publisher. When I say publisher, difference in a publisher and advertiser is advertiser always look for spending on ads. Now publisher is the one who's always publishing new content, new content on its website and all, just like maybe Aaj Tak or NDTV or any other website which is giving you content. In a similar fashion, let's say now DMP started giving content, and I say that I want to earn money out of my website, and I want to rent out some space on my website, which I've already done that. I've rented out the space with the help of Google AdSense. This is an AdSense running on my website, these ads, and this is always getting help. So sites giving information, absolutely, sites giving information are the one who are publishers, and publishers can help get money by letting other third party sites to come onto their main website and have an advertisement placed, but they don't approach them directly. So this one, let's say this website, if I click on this, it says this website is look list looklistentravel.com. Now looklistentravel.com has never approached DMP directly, and it's not Wikipedia. So Looks Listen Travel has got their advertisement on DMP. Now Look Listen Travel has approached Google through Google AdWords. Through Google AdWords, Look Listen Travel has got these advertisement up. And how they have got it on my website, because I have approached Google in through Google AdSense and have said to Google that Google, please give some space of my website, this much space, and some more space to any person who's looking to advertise on a site like mine. So I get some money out of it. This is what I can explain it to you in brief. I have to cover up a lot of other stuff. I would request you to, revisit the same recording of our last session. You'll get that. In case you still don't, just let me know. I mean, if you'll revisit that, recording again and again, you'll get it. Okay, it's a simple. I over there I've explained it in detail, much more detail. So that's what the overall AdWords and AdSense difference was, and we had to begin with Google AdWords today. Where does AdWords come in? We have mentioned that we always bid for the keywords. You know, advertisers, we are advertisers if we are going to use Google AdWords, right? We are advertising and we'll be bidding for keywords. That's the way we actually pay to Google. If we are typing in something and the ads are coming in, these people simply learn, or all these people who are out there, Manipal, Global, Educart, all these are bidding on something. They're probably saying that I'll pay 15 rupees. This person might say I'm willing to pay 20 rupees per click. Google might say I'm willing to pay 35 rupees. I also told you, higher the price, does it guarantee you a first position? Do you recall that? Does higher bidding, a higher price bidding, guarantees you a first position? Who can answer me this? Who can answer this question for me? So Shifali says yes, Rajesh says no. So Saurabh says quality score also matters. Who else can give it a shot? Can tell me? I think Nitin is left. Nitin, do you want to make it a shot? So I've got different answers. So higher price, does it guarantee me a first position? Nitin, Saurabh says no. So more money, better space. Okay. I think Shifa, so no guarantee. So I guess Rajesh and Saurabh are saying the same thing, and Shefali and Nitin are saying the same thing. Nitin, I just want to get confirmation from you. Are you saying the same thing which Shefali is saying, that more money and better space, or you are on the top? Okay, so the right answer to this is that Rajesh, what Rajesh and Saurabh knows, even if you're paying a higher price, guys, do visit that recorded session again. That's the reason why I, believe in having one class in 1 week, so that you revisit the same stuff again and again. I have, if you'll check that video, you will, again, revisit that again and again. You will see me speaking about that. Even if you pay a higher amount, you are not going to be on the top. Quality score matters. Quality score matters. That's what uh, Rajesh and Saurabh have said that. Now, what is a quality score? I did cover this part also in the last class. Now, who can tell me? Nitin, do you recall what does quality score means? Nitin, Shefali, Rajesh, Saurabh. So, quality score. Saurabh, you want to give it a shot? Give it a shot. What exactly? Okay. So let me all take it forward. So it's better company. Not really. So Saurabh says relevancy of your ad copies landing page. Absolutely right, Saurabh. And there is one more thing. So contains directly related to search keyword. Absolutely right. So Saurabh and Rajesh, I appreciate you guys. You have got that right. So quality score is, guys, something, a sort of a uh, rating for your ad which Google does, and I'll show you where this rating actually happens. For every keyword, you choose that my ad should be there, present on this keyword. My ad should be present on a, maybe let's say this keyword only, or your ad should be present on this. So you mention 10 different keywords. For every 10, for every keyword, you will be given a rating by Google, and that rating is called quality score. And the quality score and the price which you will bid will actually decide where your ad is going to be, whether it's going to be on the first place or on the third place. In my last session, I did tell you one thing, that it might happen. Let me take another example. So I type in buy women watches as one of my keyword. In this example, it might happen that Yepme, who's at the bottom on the third, is paying, let's say 100, has bid rupees 100 per click. With 100 rupees per click being bid, they are achieving a third position. Now, forget about the quality score. I'm just focusing on the price part, which I started with. And Amazon might be bidding just 60 rupees. Now, this is the point which I made in my last session also. With 60 rupees, Amazon is on the top, and with 100 rupees, which is a higher price, Yepme is on the bottom. The reason why this is happening is because Yepme might not have a much better quality score. Quality score for every keyword is being given. Let me showcase to you, an already running campaign. Over there, you'll get to know how does the quality score, and it's always given. I'll keep asking you questions in my next sessions. Quality score is always given between 0 to 10, and quality score is always given to, in case you guys want to make some notes, do that. Otherwise, this session is getting recorded. I'll give you the recorded link also. So the quality score is always given to keywords. So if someone says that, what is the quality score of your ad, that person is saying it wrong. Somebody says what is the quality score of your campaign, even that is wrong. For every keyword there is a quality score. Let me show you the panel. It might look bit different to you, this panel. Reason being, you will be going to that panel for the very first time. Just a second. So I'm just trying to enter into Google AdWords panel. This panel is used to create these ads. The search ads, we are focusing on search ads. You will see a lot of tabs. You have to make this particular platform as you have to get friendly with it. It has to be a friend. So, okay, I've logged into a different account. Let me just open my main account. Before it, pops up, I would also like to tell you quality score for every keyword is dependent on three things, guys. Three things. One is the ad copy. That's number one. The number two thing is CTR, and the number three thing is, what is it, Saurabh? Landing page. Yep. Right, Nitin. Absolutely. What is an ad copy? Did I cover this, Nitin, in the last session? These three things, did I tell you? Okay, in case if I'd done that, no problem. Otherwise, I'm repeating. So this particular, I'm just typing in another keyword and just trying to showcase to you what CTR, landing page, and all that stuff is. When I type in a query, which is a keyword, these ad comes in, and I told you the position for these ads is not directly related to the price. It is actually related on two things: for the price, the bid, which you are bidding, which you are setting, which you're telling Google. In other words, bid is the price which you're telling to Google that I'll pay this much, and also the quality score of the keyword, which is given to the keyword. And this quality score further is dependent, like I said, on three things: ad copy, CTR, and landing page. Yep, me uh, become on second this time. Absolutely, this keeps on fluctuating. A very good observation by Rajesh ji, that Yepme earlier was on the third position and now it's on the second position. This will keep on fluctuating, and if I'll refresh, it might happen that Yepme might jump onto the first or Yepme might go onto the right hand side. This keeps on changing, guys, so it's never static. It's dynamic. So as of now, it's the same. So quality score, this is called an ad copy. This entire thing, this overall text. Can you see the one on the blue, the one and the URL on the green, and this description thing in the grayish color? This is an ad copy. Is it clear? Shefali, Nitin, Lakshya, all those clear, clear. Yes. Nitin says yes. Shefali, yet to hear from you. Yes. Okay. I guess Lakshya has just joined in. So, okay. So this is ad copy. And once I click on this, the visitor who's coming on to search engine typing in this keyword and clicks on this ad, one of these ads, let's say the Yepme one. Once they click on it, whatever web page, this is going to be an internal page of the website. They are never ever going to be the home page. You guys know that website has different web pages. If it's flipkart.com, Flipkart has thousands and lakhs of pages. There would be a different page for books, there would be a different page for electronic stuff, and within electronics there would be a different page for this particular mobile, that particular mobile. So every time an ad comes in, not the home page is there. So this is an internal page where all the watches were there, all the women watches were there, rather. You guys can see these are all women watches which are right up here. This is actually a landing page, the page which opens up once you have clicked on this particular ad, right? Third thing is CTR. Did I cover this in the last session? What exactly CTR stands for? Anybody who recalls? Rajesh ji? Rajesh ji, Shefali, Nitin. So Saurabh knows that. Rajesh ji also recalls that. Nitin, do you recall that? Yes, okay. So click through rate, and do you guys recall the impression thing? So Shivali, if you would have seen the recorded session of our second recorded video of our second session, we have covered the click-through rate in that. Click-through rate for every Yeah, absolutely right. So number of clicks upon number of impressions into 100, that's the way it's been calculated. For this pay, so for 1000, uh, I'll just tell you there is a confusion. So Rajesh, Saurabh has said that right. The CTR formula is number of clicks upon number of impressions into 100, and the 1000 thing comes in. Yeah, Lakshay also recalls that. 1000 thing is actually for the CPM, cost per 1000 impression. I'll come on to that and let you know what the difference is between CPM and CTR. Right, you got it, Rajeshi. So, what is an impression? I'm just trying to help Shifali know since she missed the last session. What exactly is an impression? When I type in this keyword, I enter and an ad comes up. An impression means one visibility. One once your ad has popped up. This is one impression for Yepme, one impression for Amazon, one impression for Helios Watch Store. So all three of these ads have got one impression each, right? So when the one impression each has come in and only Yepme gets one click. So this would be one click and one impression for Yepme. For Amazon, it would be zero clicks and one impression. Zero clicks and one impression again for Helios, right? So once it comes in, once it pops up, it's one impression. Now I refresh again, another time, it's a second impression. I do it, refresh again, someone else does it, the second person does it, third person does it, from somewhere or the other, impression comes up, right? And a CTR for this particular ad, now Yepme has actually come on to the third. If you guys see, after refreshing it so much and Helios have come up, the reason why Helios have stood, jumped from third to second, maybe the quality score would have improved. Now with quality score, are you guys clear? Three things which matters the most. The landing page. When I say the landing page, Google actually checks what your keyword was, and with your keyword, what's the end? What's the end landing page? And in the landing page, does the keyword match with the content on the landing page? That needs to be checked. Keyword which was there, buy women watch, does it match with the landing page? So what if there has been women watches? The quality score would have gone drastically down. There would have been a tremendous amount of destruction in the quality score if the content on the landing page doesn't match with the keyword, right? So impression means visibility. Absolutely right, Shefali. So once the gets visible, that's one impression. Another time an ad gets visible, it's another impression. So CTR and all that stuff, the ad copy also needs to be relevant and linked to what your keyword was. If I'm typing in buy women watches and the person who has made these ads have linked wrong keyword with the wrong advertisement. Maybe the keyword talks about buy women watches and the ad talks about just watches. So this one actually, the watch store, somehow this is not right, but still it's there on the top. Maybe their bid would have been very high. Can you see in my keyword, I say buy women watches. Women watches is present. This particular ad talks about women and watches both. This one just talk about the watch store in general. Not the women stuff is missing. I won't rate this ad as a very good ad. Someone who's looking for women watches will tend to click either on this or on this because the word women is also present here and it's talking the same stuff. Is my voice breaking for each one of you, or is it Rajesh only? Rajesh only. So is it breaking for you, Saurabh? How about others? Are you guys able to hear me? No, no. Okay. So probably you might have to check internet at your side also because for me it's doing really well. Okay, you can check for the recorded session also then. Okay. So like I said, the women stuff is missing over here, guys. It's just the generic stuff, right? So the ad copy is being valued in this fashion. whether the keywords are being part of the overall ad copy or not. Is it the same relevant stuff, right? And it takes a lot of time to create multiple ad copies for multiple keywords. Let's say if there are 1000 keywords which you are trying to focus and you try to create 1000 ad copies, you keep on writing them, it will take ages. So people tend to become lazy, and when they get lazy, they just match one 500 keywords with one particular ad. So they will list 500 keywords and then they will link it with just one simple ad. So it doesn't make sense. You need to categorize them further. I'll tell you how does the categorization work. But now since I'll jump onto the Google AdWords structure. So I hope the quality score is clear. The advertiser who bids for the highest gets the highest position. But the twist, if you read, if your ad performs well, the amount you have to pay per click decreases. And also I told you about these. So even your per click cost decreases if your ad is there on the top and it's doing well. This is the AdWords start page, guys. If you guys have tried doing it, now I don't have any new, what do you say, Gmail account to make to showcase to you. Let me see. I think I have. Just a sec. Just a sec. I'll just try to log in from a new Google account, and this will make you clear how does it will work for you also. I've seen. I can. Can I send you the details? I have. Sure, you can send me the details. But is it a new account? Send me in a private chat, Saurabh, and I can work it for your right stuff. Oh, you've already made the account. So I actually wanted a new. Yeah, sorry, but you don't have access to the service. Okay, give me that. No problem. Does any one of you have a Gmail account which is a fairly new account and you want me to use it, and you can change your password anytime later? I can do that too. Else I would use Saurabh's Gmail account. Saurabh, you can send me across. No problem. Okay. So I'm just logging in from an existing Google AdWords account. So when I say an existing, uh, maybe some work has been already done. Just a sec. For you, since it would be for the very first time, it will ask you very simple questions in the beginning. Very simple questions in the sense like, what's your country? What's your country time zone? What's your currency? So you have to select India, 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 and all that, right? Very simple stuff. Next thing would be it will ask you to sign into your AdWords account. You click on that, and this kind of a picture or a screen would actually come in where you will have the green top navigation on the top, green navigation on the top. I'll just show you what is this green navigation all about. And here you will have it will ask you to set up your campaign. That's where we are. So that's the overall if I go to Google AdWords. Just a second. Right, it's showing me the dashboard. I don't want you to get. So don't get confused with this, guys. No, I'm here. Actually, I had gone mute. I can hear other people's saying something, I think. Let me do it. Can you hear me? Okay. So the very first thing which has to be done is you go to home. Before doing that, let me tell you the overall structure. The way it's been structured, forget about the this stuff. That will be the first thing which you will be doing. So what are we trying to achieve is that through Google AdWords is we trying to get more traffic and optimize website. This now focus on this slide, guys. Do you guys know what I mean? I hope everybody knows the importance of management. When we say management, everything is in its own place and it has, it has got a designated place. Why do we manage stuff? Why do we dissect stuff? If in an organization there is a marketing department which is separate, the finance department, there is another department which is named as finance, another department as HR, and within all these departments there are other sub departments, like marketing has an internet marketing division as other, and within marketing there might be a sales division, and within sales division there would be further classification as tele sales, and then there would be another as direct sales and all that. I hope you guys know what is the idea behind all this structurization, management, and dissection to streamline things. In the similar fashion, we have structure in Google AdWords to streamline things. Whenever we come to our house, we know that I have to keep this over here. Food, something related to food has to be kept in kitchen. Something related to my wallet has to be kept in my almirah, and my TV remote has to be kept on the bedside. So we all know that there is a place. In a similar fashion for Google AdWords, the very first thing, topmost thing is that you have an account, the account which we have just logged in. You have a unique email address. So if you recall, I was trying to log in from the Saurabh's email address. So you have a unique email address for you. For your AdWords account, you will have your own unique email address and a password, and also the billing information. It does ask you for a billing information. You always need to set up, in order to set up this account, you always need a credit card or a debit card to link to make your ad go live. In case you don't want to spend on that, you can still practice on it, make ads, run, play around with the entire stuff. And the only thing which would be not be there without billing information is that your ad won't go live. Your ad will not show up on Google, but you will be able to create them, play around with them, and do the entire practice. So underneath every account, there are campaigns. There is campaign 1, campaign 2, campaign 3. Just for an example, like you have this website, Amazon. If I say that I want to create different campaigns for for this website, Amazon, I can have different campaigns like, just a sec. I can have a different campaigns, like campaign 1 can be books, campaign 2 can be movies, campaign 3 can be mobiles, and campaign 3 can be computers and accessories. So these are all categories, and underneath categories there are subcategories. If you see categories books, subcategories all books, bestsellers, Hindi books, blah blah blah, and underneath all these subcategories there are different subcategories, right? In a similar fashion, you have campaign as, maybe you can type one of the categories as a campaign, right? So let's say this is about books, and underneath campaign there are different ad groups. So underneath books, there you can have educational books, you can have spiritual books, then you can have another ad group. So you can have multiple campaigns and underneath one account. So account is always one, and it's not that since this slide is showing you two campaigns, this means only two accounts, two campaigns can be created. Multiple campaigns. Account is only one, but campaigns can be multiple. And underneath every campaign, there can be multiple ad groups, right? Are you guys getting me? Are you guys with me? Any questions, any doubts? The idea is I'll show you how does it look like. You're getting it. Okay, great. So this is one of, mm, I should show you. No problem, Saurabh. I'll take this. I think it's all clear with everyone. So I'm taking example of one of my client and I'm trying to showcase to you how does a campaign look like. So this is going to be first of all an account. Underneath one account, a campaign, multiple campaigns, and underneath every one campaign, there are multiple ad groups. And underneath every ad group, guys, there are multiple ad copies. What are ad copies? The ad copies are the ones, these ones. The text, this text is an ad copy. We'll be creating this. What visitor gets to see is only the ad copy when the keyword is being typed in. The visitor doesn't get to know what would be the behind the scene thing. When I say behind the scene thing, in the sense to what account it's been associated, what campaign and what ad groups is that ad copy being part of. Account is one, campaigns are multiple, and underneath every campaign there are multiple ad groups, and underneath every ad group there are multiple ad copies. It's not written over here as ad copies. So, but ad copies are there, which are these, right? Showcasing it to you in a, what do you say, practical fashion. This is how the overall AdWords panel look like, guys. This is where you have to play around. You can see all the online campaigns which I've created. They are over here. Google AdWords account. This is a unique account, right? When I say a unique account, this unique account has a unique manager ID. Oh, sorry, this client ID. Every account has its own client ID. For you, it will be shown on the right hand side. Since I have a my client central, that's a agency account. So I'm as of now I'm not trying to explain what is the difference in your account and my account. My account has multiple individual accounts linked to it. So can you see on the left hand side multiple campaigns being there? If I click on this, all these campaigns are there. The campaign name, this are written. The budget like $5 a day, $25 a day, $20 a day. So you have daily budgets for every campaign. Okay, and it says what type of campaign. We are creating a search campaign. How many clicks have I received? I've got these many clicks, 5,500, and these many impressions. If you remember last time when I tried to explain, I had shown you that impressions are always greater than clicks, and the CTR has been created, and you guys know that number of clicks, which is 5,500 divided by 9,65,000 into 100 gives me the CTR of 0.57%. And the average CPC, every on an average, every cost per click is 0.08 cents, and total money which is being spent is 423. So the point which I'm trying to make over here is I'm trying to showcase you the stats also for one of the campaign. I have clicked on this. This is, if you can see, this is in the white and these all are in the gray. If I click on ad groups, all the ad groups will be visible, and now this turns into white and these all are the other ones into gray, right? All the ad groups and what ad group is under which campaign name is being created. Settings, I'll take, okay, give me the new account. Saurabh, you already have given me, I guess. Okay, let me just open a very fresh account, showcase it to you right from there. Are you guys with me right till yet? I mean, is everything clear or you have questions? You're getting it? In case you're not, uh, I would like you to play around with this overall platform. You're getting it? Okay. So how do we create a new AdWord account? Okay. So Shivali, do you have a Gmail account? Very good question. If you don't know, please do ask. I appreciate you have asked me a question. So you have a Gmail account. When you have a Gmail account, just go to adwords.google.com, and once you will go to adwords.google.com, it will ask you for username and password. Enter your Gmail username and password, and once you will enter this, this is how your overall screen will look like. This is the very first thing. Or it will ask you for your some basic details like what country are you from and what currency and all that stuff. And then after that, this will come in. Got it? Does that answer your question, Shefali? It's just that you need to have a Gmail account and go to adwords.google.com and then enter that. Just try doing that if you can right now. Okay, it answers. So once you do that, I, I want you to understand this particular slide. Is this slide clear? I am asking again. So the account, campaign, ad group, and the ad copy. Is that clear? Rajesh, Saurabh, Nitin. So you have yes says Lakshay, yeah Lakshay, Saurabh, Nitin. Are you clear on this part? Yes, I'll tell you ad copy. Sure. Yes says Shefali. Okay, yes says Nitin. So you have a bigger account, which is just account is always one, which has a unique email address and a password and unique billing information. And underneath that, you have different campaigns, multiple campaigns. Budget is decided for every campaign. On a campaign level, our budget is being decided and location is being targeted. Language is also targeted. I'll show you how it's done. And one thing is called distribution preference. I'll just come on to that. End date and start date. Let's say I'm trying to promote an event which is for a new year event, and today it's, let's say, 26th of December. I'm trying to create an event, trying to promote it, and since the event is still 31st, I want the ad to get stopped automatically on 31st, so that uh, if I get busy on 1st and 2nd, my ads should not keep on running, because if my ad will keep on running even after 31st for next 2 3 days, I'll lose money. Since my event is still 31st, my ad should also be run till the time the tickets are getting sold. Once the tickets are being sold, there is no point in running ad. I'll get clicks unnecessarily, and I'll get paid for that. So I can set up the end date and the start date. I can set up which language, whether it's English or Hindi or not Malayalam. I mean, major international languages are there. So English, Hindi, or Portuguese, or French, or whatever one. And then you have different ad groups. So like I have shown it to you, the different ad groups. You have campaigns and the ad groups over here. And then you have ads. When I click on ads, these are the ad copies, Rajesh ji. So if you can see, these are the ad copies which I've created. I created on my own. I have to have writing skills. I click and write all that. Are you with me? Got it? So you have campaigns. Campaigns are, you have the bigger AdWords account, and then you have the underneath AdWords account, you have a campaign, and underneath campaigns you have multiple ad groups, and underneath multiple ad groups you have multiple ads or ad copies. These settings are from the campaign perspective. You can see the campaigns are mentioned here, and for every campaign you have settings, and these settings have the start date and the end date, which I told you. Start date was April 22nd and the end date is none. When I say none, I mean it's running continuously. Ad schedule is also there. If I want my ad to be run only in the daytime and not during the evening hours, I can do that. Let's say I have a restaurant, guys. Let's say I have Domino's, and Domino's accepts order online, and they get online orders even with the help of the Google AdWords. So till 11, like Rajesh said, till 11 it's open. If you try to run ads after 11, people will click on it and they'll go onto your website. They'll call you up and they'll get to hear that it's closed. What's the logic behind running your ads even after 11? You're getting clicks which are not converting into a sale. What is the end product which you want out of these clicks? There is no logic, absolutely. So you actually maintain an ad schedule. You'd say that my ads will start at 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock. My ad should come, and there would be a break of 2 hours from 2 to 4. We don't generally run ads since maybe most of our staff is actually on lunch, or we don't have home delivery guys or something or whatever. Then from 4 till 11, you do that. You can also set the location. Now I have set in location as California, San Francisco, because I want my ad only to be running on for those particular locations. At present, if I do that, my ads should be visible only in Ludhiana and or in Jaipur. So Rajesh ji and Nitin, who are there in Ludhiana and Jaipur, they can only see it, and all of us in Delhi NCR can never see that. That's what the location. And I'll come on to this bid strategy. You have cost per click and all. Are you guys with me? Is it getting clear? Uh, the front end and the back end. Yes, says Saurabh. Yes, says Nitin. I'm glad you guys are getting it. Lakshay, Shefali. Yes, says Lakshya. Shefali, somehow or the other. I want Shefali you to revisit the last recorded session again and again. There were plenty of other stuff which is linked to today's session. Right. So uh, this is about the overall structure, right? Next thing, now giving you an example of the overall ad structure. Let's say there is an auto repair company, and one of the campaign which they create. So when I say a campaign, this campaign, a campaign has a daily budget. So always recall that budget is allocated only on the campaign level, not on the ad group level or not on the account level. Always on the campaign level, the budget is being allocated. Location is also allocated on the campaign level, not on the account level, not on the ad group level. End dates, distribution preference, I'll tell you what it is. And the language targeting, they all are done again on the campaign level, not on the account and not on the ad group level. You create different ad groups, and underneath different ad groups, you set which all keywords will be linked to which all ad copies. Just to give you an example, these are the ads, right? This particular ad is linked to this campaign and this campaign's ad group. Okay. And if I go on to keywords, for every particular keyword, a campaign and an ad group is being linked, right? And also the CPC and all that stuff is also actually mentioned out here. For every ad group, there are multiple ad copies. If I click on one of the ad groups, all the different keywords also come in and the ads also come in. For this ad group, all these ads are being mentioned. These two ads, let's say, are there. These two ads will pop up for these all particular keywords. If someone types in this particular keyword, any of those two related linked ads, this is an ad group. Underneath, this was the campaign. These are two ad groups. And out of these two ad groups, I've clicked on one of the ad group. This one. For one of the ad groups, all multiple keywords which I have selected and all multiple ads which I have selected are over here. So, Shefali, this is actually an example only. Let me brief you some more. CWNA campaign. Should I take some other example? Just a sec. Okay, yeah, let me take this one. So this is one of my client which is into real estate. it will be much more clear to you with this that how many ad groups and how many ad copies and how many campaigns. So campaign is a bigger thing. Then you have an ad group. For every ad group, you have multiple ad copies and multiple keywords linked to it. How would you define a campaign? So campaign is a subset of the entire Google AdWords. You have Google AdWords as one of the account, one of the big thing, a platform where you're doing it. So like I told you, we can have one campaign to promote books, another campaign to promote a particular category, which is movies, another. So these are two different segments. Campaign is a bigger segment, and underneath bigger segment there are smaller segments which are ad groups, and some more smaller segments which are ad copies and key ad copies of which are part of ad groups. So that's how you will explain campaign in a very layman language. It's just a dissection. It's just a dissection and management of your overall ads. You cannot link a computer accessory ad to a keyword which is of a mobile and a tablet. You want to make sure that for only computer related keyword, the computer related ads is only popping up. It's not that for a book related, a keyword like buy books online, and for that an ad copy called uh, buy memory cards is popping up. You don't want to mismatch. The idea is to actually have categorization. So coming on to that example, so I can check their campaigns for last 7 days, what has been the performance. This is one particular campaign, and even they have not dissected it. Wrong example, which I think. Okay, I'm taking another client of mine. Google AdWords needs a lot of bandwidth, your internet bandwidth. It's a heavy platform. So BLK Hospital, which is out there in what do you say, Pusa Road. They do promote, liver transplant, plastic surgery. If you see, bone marrow transplant, just concentrate on these three. They have created different campaigns for different, services which they do. Liver transplant is not to be merged with the plastic surgery, right? That's what the campaign is all about. Within liver transplant, you have a different ad group, again with the name of liver transplant. You can name it whatever you want to. Then with your ad group, you would have to play around with this overall stuff and reread more about it. Within this particular session, you cannot get it to much bigger detail till the time you don't try playing around with this. You would have to take example of any of the website. Let's say you take example of oh, Shivali wasn't here, and I was telling to her only. So you have to take example, guys. Let's suppose of Amazon, you can take it and start creating campaigns for Amazon. That then it will be much more easy for you to understand, right? So coming back to the overall structure, with the overall structure that was this is one of the example which I was taking. So you have an auto repair shop, and the auto repair shop does do oil change, a brake repair, and AC repair. There are three particular different services. So campaign name is being so the account name is not taken as auto repair shop. The campaign name is taken auto repair. Maybe the account name would might be auto manufacturing company, or an automobile company. That automobile company might be into repairs also, into servicing also, and automobile selling also. These selling and repair and all that other stuff, they all can be different campaigns. But underneath auto repair, you have different subcategories, which are being given name as ad groups. Oil change is one of the ad group, brake repair is one of another ad group, AC repair. If you see, you have the ability to select keywords. Within ad group 1, you select keywords as discount oil change, express oil change shops, quick oil change. So all of them are related to the same theme, which is about oil change. You are not putting in any different unrelated keyword. You're not putting a brake repair keyword in an ad group which is about oil change, or you're not doing the vice versa. You are maintaining that relevancy part so that your quality score goes high, right, guys? Whenever any of these keywords which has got something or the other to do with oil change, any of these keyword is being popped up or being typed in, this particular ad will come in, whatever ad you will create. You can have multiple ads. You can have ad 2 or ad 3. So let's say if someone comes on to Google and types in discount oil change, now Google will actually see which ad to trigger. Can be ad 1 or 2 or 3, can be any of those. It's totally on Google. So you create multiple ads just to do an A/B testing. When I say A/B testing, you don't know which word will actually do wonders for you. When you are creating, I'm telling you the meaning of A/B testing. You have an option A, then you have another ad copy which is an option B. So you do an A/B testing. If someone clicks on types in keyword discount oil change, maybe an ad copy A can pop in. Another, in another instance, a person B types in the same keyword. Again, the ad copy A types in comes in. The third time, there is another third person types in the same keyword, but this time it's not the A version of this A version ad copy pops in, but the B version pops up. Are you getting me? With one particular keyword, there can be multiple ads. You create them just to check which one is getting much more weightage or much more acceptance level. If this one is getting a higher CTR or a higher click through rate, then you can stop the B ad and just focus on the A ad. You work the both ways. You actually create multiple ads. You see which ad is performing better, whether it's option A, option B, or option C. If option A is doing better, then there is no point in running option B and option C. Are you getting me? Are you guys with me? Any questions or queries? Okay, you got it. Lakshay, you got it. Rajesh, you got it. Saurabh, Nitin, have you got it? Oh, you have not got it. Say yes, no, Rajesh. I couldn't get you, Rajesh. You had two answers. So you have got it or not got it. If you have a doubt, just let me know. But these three ad groups are different. Yeah, just a sec. 1, 2, and 3. Don't focus on this. So within one ad group, I was taking three different ad copies. Within one ad group, there are three different ad copies. This is one ad group, liver transplant. You have one ad copy. I can create another ad copy. I can create another ad copy. There can be three different ad copies within one ad group. And these keywords which are linked to it, let's say fatty liver symptoms or liver transplant India, when someone will type in liver transplant India, only this ad will come in because you have just given one option to Google. If you would have given another ad copy or second ad copy or a third ad copy, then out of all these three, any one will pop in. There is no logic behind which one will pop in. It's actually Google has that overall role to play in, which Google doesn't tell you. Out of all these three, any one will pop up for the end customer. When the end user will type in this keyword, the liver transplant India, in this scenario only one is there, so you have no choice. Google doesn't have any choice. Google will automatically make this go up, showcase this. If you have given more options to Google, second or third or a fourth, four options, out of four, any one of it will be popped up. You will actually then later on see that this particular ad has given me a CTR of 0.7%. The second one has given me a CTR of 1.2. You might say then the 1.2 is much better. Let's pause this. And the way you pause this is you go ahead here and then you pause it. Right? You put your money, you bet your money on the horse which runs the fastest, which makes you earn much more money, right? Which gives you an ROI, much better ROI. You always keep your eggs in one basket when you have. So, it's been said you keep your eggs in different baskets. That's why you do it in the beginning. You keep your eggs, you invest your money, per click money on different baskets, why different, having different ads. But once you get that which basket is performing much better, then you put all your money on that particular basket only and stop the other two or the other three. Make sense, Saurabh? So we were just focusing on one of the ad group. So these three ad groups are there. Yes, you were absolutely right. You got it, Rajesh. Great, Saurabh, Nitin, Shefali, Lakshay. You got that? Lakshay got that. Okay. I guess. Okay. I guess Shefali isn't here or what. No worries. So that's how you create this AdWord campaign structure. The ad group 1, 2, and 3. Different keywords associated to it. Nitin, you got that. Great. Now you come on to the ad creation part. Giving you an example. Now, which ad would you click on if you're searching for an 8 megapixel camera? Nitin, you want to give it a shot? I have asked this question to others somewhere or the other. Which one would you click on and why? So you have option A as this and option B as this, and you are clicking on, you're searching for 8 megapixel camera. The second one, why would you do that? So it says Saurav, second one says Rajesh, second one says Nitin. So why would you guys actually go ahead and click on the second one? What is the reason behind that? Relevant to the query? Absolutely. Yeah, Lakshay also says second one. Absolutely, because you were actually looking for 8 megapixel camera and you were not looking for a camera store. You get to know your ad, you get to see an ad which is exactly your keyword. Absolutely right, Rajeshi. 8 megapixel camera is right on the headline. This is actually a headline, guys. And this URL, this is actually called a display URL. You have to recall that again and again. The one on the blue is called a headline. The one on the green is called a display URL. The reason why you will click on this is because it's very much relevant and focused to what you were looking for. This is very generic. This says we sell all on main brands. We sell the main brands. Great prices here. Online camera store. So I was not looking for a camera store. I was looking for 8 megapixel camera. To the point it is, answering. It's hitting the bullseye. You have to stay focused. That's where the overall key of the entire Google AdWords is. Even with search engine optimization, other stuff. If the customer is asking asking you, do you have a Tata Namak, and you are just telling him that we keep all the groceries and food and grocery stuff and all that, bullshit. Why would the customer listen to that? Customer is asking, do you have Tata Namak, Tata salt? And you're saying we keep groceries. The second time another person comes in and that person say we have tomatoes, we have salt, we have sugar, we have everything. Then you say, okay, yes, salt is there, but which brand is it? Does it Tata salt or not? So you have to always, your ad always has to talk what the end customer is asking for. So when you are typing in these keywords, you are selecting in these keywords. You select the all these keywords, and how does these keywords come in? I'll tell you. When you're selecting these keywords, your ad also has to talk about the same stuff. If it's liver transplantation, liver cancer treatment, and all that, the ad also has to talk about the liver transplant and all that. So the liver cancer, there can be another ad group, guys, which talks about liver cancer, so that the quality score goes up. The place where you see a quality score is over here. You know, over here the quality score is very less, 1 out of 10, below average, and it's telling you the reasons behind that. If I check for this, it's a good quality score. You know, it's saying showing ads, yes. It's you know, you can see these three things: the CTR, the ad copy relevance, and the landing page. So what is the landing page experience? Above average, ad copy relevance average, expected click-through rates average. So your overall for this particular keyword, like I said, for every keyword there is a quality score. The quality score is good. You check that, right? And another thing with this description, if I talk about, it has some call to action. CTA. We have learned CTR. There is this call to action. Many people in the industry will say, what is the CTA of your ad? Which is the uniqueness of your ad. You know, call to action is actually a uniqueness, something which is different from others. So you're writing in 10% off digital cameras, free delivery by today. Something unique. You know, it's exciting the end customer to make a call, to take an action. Over here, there's nothing of this sort. You are letting them know that, you know, we don't have anything exciting with this ad. With this ad, you have everything exciting. You're offering a discount, you're offering a free delivery, you are offering, you know, a buy 2 day kind of a thing. That's what. Now, how do you create an ad copy? You might have to mug this up. A headline and a description line 1 and a description line 2 and a display URL and a destination URL. These are all character limits which are there. When I say 25 characters, if you go and check for this ad, let's say, okay, over here, this is an headline, this is a display URL, and this is a description line 1 and description line 2 along with it. Are you getting me? This is a headline, this is display URL, and what you actually type in is has a character limit of 25 characters. So if you type, you know, check to start counting this, 25, 1 is W, 0 is O is 2, M is 3, E is 4, N is 5, then you have an apostrophe which is 6, then you have an S which is 7, and then you have a space which is again 8. A space is also counted as a character, guys. This entire would be 25 characters, not more than that. You cannot have more characters than 25 characters. You getting me? Let me showcase that to you in one of, okay, we'll create another campaign. Makes sense? 25 characters where every space is also counted. Most of the times you create headlines with keywords being part of it, whatever the overall theme is there. Then you have the display URL. This is a display. Now, what is a difference in display and a destination URL? Any idea? Nitin, any idea? Lakshay, Saurabh, Rajesh, display and a destination URL. Yes, say Rajesh. Nitin says no, no problem. So just check this. If I click on this, what page is this called? When a new page, when a page will pops up, when I click on this, what is that page called, Nitin? When I'll be clicking on this, I've told you in the initial phase of our class today, which is also one of the part of quality score. So the when I click on the ad, the page which will pop up, which will open, what is this page called? The landing page. Absolutely right, Nathan. So women watches page will open. Absolutely right, and which is also called a landing page. Yeah, absolutely right. So landing page has this URL. Can you see this landing page URL is quite big? It's so long, right? And when we go back and see, is this the same URL which is being mentioned here? No. If you type in this entire URL, if you type in the URL of the entire landing page, it will take a lot of real estate, right? It will take a lot of space. But Google doesn't allow that. Google just allows 35 characters. So Google says your display URL would be different and your actual landing page URL is going to be different. The one which appears on the front of the ad is the display URL, and the one which gets appear when which you gets to know when you click on the ad and the landing page has that. That's the destination. This is the URL of the destination we are going in, and this is which is getting displayed. So this is getting displayed. This URL is getting displayed. So it is a display URL. The one which you actually get to see when you land onto that, the destination where you land, it's the destination URL. This has a limit of 1024 characters, and this has the uh, landing page destination URL has a character limit of 1024, and the display URL limit has 35 characters limit. Make sense? Yeah, absolutely right, Lakshay. 35. And the one then underneath that, you have a description line 1. This is 1, and this is description line 2. Sometimes they are one or over the above, sometimes they are actually colliding where they are in continuation. There again 35, 35 each. So this is 35, this is 35, and this is 35. So you have a headline which is 25, you have a display URL which is 35, you have a description line which is again 35, you have a description line 2 which is again 35. 25, 35, 35, 35. 25, 35, 35, 35. Headline is 25, description line 1, description line 2, which are at the bottom, are 35. Display URL, which is also visible over here in the mid part, is again 35. And the destination URL is, it's not written over here, it's 1024. Make sense? These kind of questions can be asked to you whenever you actually either go for an interview or you try to work and you try to get some work. Make sense? Have you got it? Yes, yes. Okay. Oh, perfect. Right. If you see the top ad and the side ad, they can actually look a bit different, but when you're configuring it, the configuration works in the same fashion. A top ad might have the headline just being in the headline part, and the description line 1 and the description line 2 merges up. The side ad, the description line 1 and description line 2 are one over the other. So it's all actually on Google. How does it actually represent? How does it display? But this is the way you actually create it. We'll just create once as of now. Okay, we have done this, the description, headline, and all that. And I've told you this also. Your ad consists of 3 parts: the headline, the description, and the URL, which is a 35 characters. These are 235, and this is a 25. Same stuff. Giving you one more example, guys. So what is a good ad copy and what is a bad ad copy? How would you define that? A good ad, this can be a good ad or a bad ad. How do we define that? So this is one example 1A, and this is another example 1B. This actually talks about coffee beans. So this is actually the home page, and this is just a sec. So the display URL is same for both of them, frothinglattebean.com, and the destination URL is this of the home page, and the destination URL for 1B is of the internal page. Good ad will attract to click, absolutely. And which one is the good ad? So that's what we are trying to. If you have a good ad, you will get much more clicks and you will have much higher CTR, and much higher CTR will lead to good quality score, and with good quality score you will have your ad up on the top with lesser price being paid. So you are in a win-win situation. You are paying less and you are on the top. If your quality score is not good, you might be paying a higher amount and you will be on the bottom also. It can happen the other way also. Not necessarily every time, right? So if you check 1A, it says that, this part, frothing latte bean, this headline focuses on the company name. The company name is actually frothing latte bean. And someone who is getting these ads are getting on a keyword like coffee beans, gourmet coffee beans. When you check number 2, which is this, we have many different types of coffee beans that you will love. Very generic. This example is very similar to what we have seen in the 8 megapixel camera thing. So it says the description line is too general. It would be much better if it's focused on specific products or services which are being offered, right? If we check on number 4, which is gourmet coffee beans, it says the headline focuses on the specific offering. So the coffee beans was the keyword actually. And over here, they have not mentioned anything related to coffee beans. They have mentioned the name of the company. Never have name of your company if you are actually trying to link it with any specific keyword. Then you have number 5. It says premium coffee beans, French roast specialty blends. Something unique, something different, a strong factor about your product or your service. So this description details specific product offerings and the benefits. The benefits are really important. Number 6, destination URL over here and over there are are different. You always don't need to link, have landing page as your home page. Your internal pages, which is actually offering that gourmet coffee beans, the coffee beans were being asked. So you should not go for the home page. You should go for that page which talks about those coffee beans, right? In like the way we had the women watches thing, had it been a different landing page which goes to the home page, then it doesn't make sense. But it goes to the women watches page, so it makes sense. So within this, here are 2 more sample ads. See if you can tell what's right and wrong. It's actually telling you the same stuff, so I'll just skip on to it. Right, so this was more about the Google AdWords structure, and we'll see this AdWords structure with our new account. I'll just open that up. I hope it's all clear up till now, the overall structure and all. Can I get a yes or no? Yes, Saurabh. Yes, says Saurabh. Yes, says Lakshya. Yes, says yes, clear. Says Maximine. Rajesh Ji. Yes, says Nathan. Great, thanks. So we'll go ahead and create a first campaign, and Saurabh, this is a fairly new AdWords account, right? So I'll try to do it for. I'm just thinking of. Okay, I'll take the same example. I have a real estate client. Is the same client, sort of, which I've taken with you also earlier. It's called Andromeda Builders. So they are selling flats in Delhi and in Ghaziabad both. So there are 2 different things which they are selling in 2 different localities. So the stuff is same, which is actually the flats thing and all. So they have project. So you can have different campaigns by the name of different projects, or you can have different campaigns dissected from the geographic location. Take an example for DMP. Okay. Okay, so I have a request from Saurabh. Which one do you guys want to take? Should I take example of DMP or should I take example of this particular client of mine? Okay, let me take example of DMP then. So let's say the client one. Okay, Saurabh, that will be a task for you. Just to let you know, you can create one campaign for digital marketing course, Saurabh. Then you can create another campaign for the SEO course. Then you can create another campaign for Google AdWords. You can have different campaigns for different courses. So that's what. So coming on to the client, I can have different campaigns for different locations. So Delhi NCR would be one campaign and Ghaziabad would be another campaign, right? So I can name my campaign as, so this is going to be all features first. Just have a look. The reason why I'm going for, I've created a campaign. Are you here following up with me on this right from the beginning? I had just gone to Google AdWords, clicked on create a first campaign, and this is what I have got. I've just clicked on one thing, which is create a campaign. Once I've clicked that, I go ahead and click on all features because I want to show you all the features. I do it for search network only since we are doing for Google search only as of now and not for the display network as of now. I can name it as Ghaziabad Flats. I can name another campaign as Delhi Flats. Makes sense? Networks always include Google search network by default. So in the very first one, campaign name, only search network and all features. Include the Google search part. Devices, do you want to show your ads on all the devices? By default, as of now, it doesn't give you options. So by default, it will be showcasing all the devices, your ad on all the devices, eligible devices, whether it's mobile or a tablet or a desktop or whatnot. Then it will ask you for location. I want to showcase my ad, guys, only to people who are out there in Ghaziabad and Delhi. Let's see. So I mentioned Ghaziabad. I can also do a nearby thing. I can click on nearby and I can do a radius targeting. I click on radius targeting, guys. When I click on radius targeting, I can mention 10 kilometers or so I would need to. So 20 kilometers in and around. 20 kilometers radius of the Ghaziabad location has been taken. My ad will be visible only to those guys who are living within this region. My ad will be visible to only those. Somebody who's residing over here outside this particular geographic location being target, for that person, if that, a particular keyword which I'm setting in would be typed in on Google, that person won't see an ad. But all those who would be over here will get to see my ad. I go ahead and I add that. This is my overall geographic selection. One thing is I can just select Ghaziabad. The other thing is I can select the nearby areas also. But I cannot select from the much more details like I just want to, let's say I just want to go for Pitampura area in Delhi location, I cannot go it that way. If I say that my ad should be appear only to people out there in Punjabi Bagh area in Delhi, I cannot do that. I can either check, click on Delhi, or I can just go ahead and click on places nearby Delhi. Okay, makes sense. Next thing is, so location options, it's going to ask for advanced. Always go for these two default things only. People who are searching or who might show interest. So always go with the recommended thing. It's uh, it's like Google actually checks for people who might be interested on your stuff. So Google creates does some calculation, and on the basis of that calculation, it tries to showcase your ad to someone who would be interested in your advertisement or your product. Language, what language do you want to go for? Is your ad going to be in English or in Ukrainian or in Turkish, or you have Hindi also? So sometimes you go ahead with Hindi. We are just taking the English part. Then it comes bid strategy. To begin with, you can mention that I will bid on my own. If you don't want to put in extra effort, you can let go AdWords do that, but AdWords will set your bids up and down, and it can. I'm not saying it's wrong, but sometimes it also lead to a lot of usage of your budget. Go for manually and default bid. Let's say you can write in 10, and per day daily budget you can mention 100, right? That's what you can do. Now, I was telling you that I'll come on to the delivery method part. This is where the delivery method is. It says standard and accelerated. Let's say if one of my ad click costs for 10 rupees, I've done that and my daily budget is 100. So how many clicks, guys, can I get in a day? What is the maximum number of clicks I can get in a day with this kind of a budget and with this kind of a bid? Do you mathematics? 10 says Rajesh, 10 says Saurabh. Is it right, Lakshya? Is it right, Nitin? My question is how many clicks can I get on my ad with this budget, 100 rupees budget and 10 rupees default bid? So Lakshya, so Nitin, are you with? Uh, so okay, Rajesh ji is a bit confused. He said 10 and then you said can't say. Nitin, you want to give it a shot? I guess don't know. So it's perfectly fine. You guys said that right. So Rajesh, you don't need to get confused. With 100 rupees budget and 10 rupees which you are willing to pay, it makes sense. If you get 10 clicks, then you're paying 10 for one click. Then 100 rupees budget, maximum 10 clicks you can get, right? It's very simple. 100 divided by 10. If had I done the bid part as now you guys got that right. Nitin, makes sense? If I do it 5, now what will it be? How many clicks will I get in a day? If I'm bidding 5 rupees a click and my overall budget. So Nitin say absolutely. I'll get 20 clicks. That's the maximum. Okay, now what will happen? Let's say I start using my overall budget. I start using my overall budget fully. I get 20 clicks. Now let's say tomorrow I get another 100 rupees. My entire thing, my new budget comes at 12 a.m. in the night since the day begins at that time. And let's say I get 20 clicks from there have been 20 different people who have typed in keywords, clicked on my ads, and by 12:30, so it started at 12 o'clock. My ad started at 12 o'clock. My budget was being new budget, daily budget was being given to me at 12. But by 12:30, it gets exhausted within half an hour. You know that key, all the keywords which are there, they're so much highly competitive, highly searched upon. By 12:30 it gets exhausted. What do I do then? I can anytime go ahead and change my budget. I can do that. So you can set timings, absolutely right. So the delivery method, so this is bit bad for me that my entire amount got exhausted within half an hour. What if I wanted to check that people who are coming in the evening or in the afternoon might be genuine buyers and the ones which are there clicking and coming in the night timings who are just going ahead and clicking and not buying from my site? The actual buyer might come during the day hours or the evening hours, but the person who's coming on the night is not the actual customer, right? So for that, you have the delivery method thing. Standard is the one where your overall 100 rupees would be used throughout the day, evenly over time. What will happen at 12 o'clock? The ad will start popping up. By 12:15, let's say 5 clicks have happened. After 5 clicks, the ad will stop. Ad won't appear. Then after a couple of hours or 3 hours, Google will again showcase your ad for 2 3 clicks. After 2 3 clicks, again it will stop. So over the period of 24 hours, it will run it by using the same 100 rupees per day budget. But with accelerated, if you try to run that, then your ad will be keep on running till the time you don't exhaust your 100 rupees the earliest. When I say the earliest, you started at 12, by 12:30, the entire thing got lost with the clicks. With accelerated, this will happen. But with standard, it will stop if it will AdWords, Google will stop your ad from running if it will come to know that there is a limited budget and delivery method has been checked in as standard. Make sense? The difference in standard and accelerated? Nitin, Saurabh, Rajesh, Lakshya gets that. Nitin gets that. Great. In case you guys, so I want you guys to actually revisit this recorded version. Okay, Shivali, great. So the idea is you should keep on visiting these videos again and again just to refresh your memory, soak all that content which I'm trying to make you understand, and it should get into your heads. Ad extensions, a very different kind of a thing. So let's say this particular client for which we are doing, it has a phone number. I go on to contact us. Have you ever seen a phone number also part of an ad? I can mention the phone number of my client within the ad. So Shifa, all of you have says that yes. Just to take an example, let's say I I don't see phone number part of this ad. I don't see phone number part of this ad. I don't see phone number part of even this ad. Let's say I do restaurants in Connaught Place CP, and do I get, so maybe if I'll do some research on mobile, then I get to know, then I get that. So Rajesh, you haven't seen a phone number. I'll just showcase if you get that. Some restaurants actually do keep that within there. So over here it's not there. Okay, I'm just trying to do a research and see if there are any. Trying it for the last time. Does standard or accelerated affects the position? No, it doesn't affect. Very good question. The standard or the accelerated delivery method never makes any impact on the ad position. The ad position is totally directed by two things: the bidding and the quality score. And quality score later on is you know uh, stay focusing on three different things, which I've already told you. So I'm not getting a call button. If you do a search, you do a search of similar kind on your mobile phone, then you'll get a call button. If you guys have ever seen that. Uh, Let me see. Showcase to you. There should be any image which I can show you. Right, here you go. So that's how it generally looks like, this call extension. This is a call extension. Can you see that? So taxi services may have a call button. Absolutely right, Rajesh ji. You got that right. So if I do a taxi service, generally it actually appears on the mobile phone only. Reason being, it's so simple. You just click on the button. Here you go. You have the call extension over here. You got brains. That's great. You told me that it works. So you have call extension. So if you see, the headline thing is there. The description line 1 and description line 2 is there. This is description line 1 and this is description line 2. Sorry, these are different stuff. This is again an extension. I'll tell you what are these extension. Do you see these are also an extension? This is a call extension. This is different to, so this is not a part of the headline. This is not the part of the, what do you say, display URL, and not even part of the description line 1 and description line 2. If you just check the very first, right? So it's not part of the 25 character thing, not the 35 character, and again the 35 character thing. It's a different thing all in together. The way it looks like on a mobile phone is like this. The idea is, this is a perfect one which actually appears these days. the call button. You click on this call button and the phone number, the phone gets connected. You're giving an extra feature to your end customer. I can create a call extension for my client. I can click on call extension. This is called an ad extension. I can do it in a similar fashion for location and all that. I go ahead and click on plus new phone number, mention India. So here you go, India. Then I mention the phone number. Where do I want my phone call extension to be there? Do I want mobile and the phone, the website and the phone number? Generally, the phone numbers only appear. Do I want it? Do I have a preference with mobile? If I want more, my call extension to be present more on mobile, I can do that, and makes sense to actually have it on mobile only. I can even do the start date and end date for this particular call extension. I can say that it will start from 15th and it will end till 22nd just for 1 week. And I can do a scheduling that the phone number should be seen on my ads from Monday to Friday. Reason being, my staff is not going to be working on Saturday and Sunday, and the person who would be keeping the phone would be available from 10 a.m. in the morning till 6 p.m. let's say, and you go ahead and save that. So before 10 a.m., after 6 p.m., the phone number is not going to be appearing. This overall scheduling which we have done, we have just done for the call extension. Now there is locally location extension and sighting extension. What exactly is location extension? If you see, let me show you location. It does have that bubble thing, which does have the address along with it. So you get to know the address of that particular place. Not this one. So this is actually Google Plus one. These are different extensions. I think it was somewhere there. I think saloons have that. So you just click on that location extension. So you don't have ads running right now for this particular keyword, but you have this bubble thing with the address. This is actually an SEO thing, but with your ad also they appear in the same fashion. When you click on these, it will automatically open in Google Maps and it will tell you how far is it right now from your place. Right? Makes sense? Let me check if it's there for most of the time it's restaurants for which it's there. Just now, the ads were appearing for the Noida thing, and now they're not. Don't know why. Maybe it's their rush hours, so they don't want their ads to be present on the rush hours. They're automatically getting people within their restaurants at this point of time. They might have stopped it. So Saurabh has shared a URL. Okay, I'm not able to open that. Somehow I'm not able to open that, Saurabh. It's an image of location extension. Okay. I'll just check if I get something for the location extension. quite strange that I'm not able to get any example which I'm able to showcase it to you. So simply type location extension Google Web. Okay. Right. So here you have all of these, but these are mostly not of the ad. So this is actually an ad. Right. So you can see this is an ad. Thanks, Saurabh. So you get the bubble up with the overall address being part of it. When you click on it, it takes you directly to the Google Maps, the way I've shown you just now for the other one. That's how location extension works, and you can place that for your advertisement also. What is the idea behind this extension, guys? This is giving the end customer some more extra features. If they are trying to come over to your place and you have a local business, whether it's a restaurant or a salon or any other thing, or you have a taxi service, then you get the call extension. The search person who's searching can contact you by just clicking on the button call, or can reach to your place by just clicking on that bubble button when you have the location extension up. In a similar fashion, you can add this by just you need to have Google My Business listing. So if you have a business, then you need to have within Google My Business, you need to submit your business details. When I say submit your business details, the way it works is you go into Google My Business and mention that your business name is such and such. This is the address, and with this address, actually, this is open from me. I'll show you the one which I have for myself. Right, just a sec. I think this one. This is a verified one. The way it will appear, if you do some search on Google Maps, I've already listed my digital marketing Paathshala over there. If you want to come over to my center, want to meet me face to face, you just mention digital marketing Paathshala on Google Maps, and it will direct you, tells you how much distance is there. So within, right, here you go. It tells you the directions. Gives you the overall reviews, what people have written about me and all that, right? So you need to explore Google My Business. This is one thing which you guys can do by just going on to Google My Business, add your local business. In case you don't have a local business, you can anytime go ahead and submit your residential address with your name. So like I said, submit your residential address with your name. What you have to do is just create a page. That's where you have to get your page. That's where you have to click in. So I'm sharing with you the overall. This is a task for you guys. Google Add My Business. Just submit your residential address, or if you have a business, then submit that and be part of this overall. Then you can link your listing with the ads which you're going to be creating, right? Once you do that, you can just go ahead and click on that. Then you have site links. Any idea on the site links part? Let me showcase to you. So we did a search by women watches, but first they will confirm. Absolutely, there would be a confirmation. It won't appear just like that. You will add your business. Google will actually send you a code on your place. You will submit that code into Google Business account, and it's a time consuming process. When I say time consuming, it's a patience kind of a stuff, right, Saurabh? Can you see when I click on in this ad, this keyword with this ad, the first ad and the third ad, you have the headline, you have the headline. Over here, the headline has the description line one also being part of it. Sometimes, Google does that. You have the display URL, you have the display URL over here also. You have description line one and two, you have description line one and two over here. But you have these four links. Uh, Gone this time. I couldn't get you, Rajeshji. Yep, me gone this time. Right. So you have these four links which are not part of this. These are actually called site link extensions. These are extensions which actually are clickable and redirects. They direct you to the internal pages of different internal web pages of your site. So if you click on the gifts one, another page will pop in. It will be a gift item. So last time Yepme was on. Right. Yepme gone this time. Absolutely. You got that right, Rajeshji. So with the gift thing, you have gifts site, extension. Will it affect the quality score, the site link? No, it will never. It will rather improve in some way or the other. But in terms of decreasing, it will never decrease. If your quality score gets improved, then only they appear. What happens, you create these four, there are four site link extensions. The destination URL for this, all these four are different. This is pointing to the men watches destination URL. This is pointing to the gift page. This is pointing to the page which has trending watches. This is pointing to the page which has women watches. Maybe this page or the main landing page might be same. Let's check that. So this has women watches, and this is a different women watches page. So they all are different. But the way you actually pay for these, if the visitor clicks on this, one uh, click is being counted, and again a visitor clicks on this one again, a second click, then on this a third one. So every time there is a click, you actually pay for it as an advertiser, right? The idea is you are actually giving more options to the end customer with citing extensions. You always go ahead and create them, but creating them and getting listed over there is a different task. Google actually displays them on their own will. If your website is strong or your ads are strong, then only they get appear. Try creating these site links, guys. I'm giving you this overall assignment. So, like the link text, what ad Amazon would have done, Amazon would have created this link text as gifts. Okay, they would have done, they would have mentioned gifts over here. Even they have a character limit of 25 with the link text. Then you have the destination URL, the gifts one as whatever it was. So this was the one, the destination URL. You go ahead and mention that. Okay, you want it on mobile. Whatever description you will mention over here, that will never get visible. With the ad, it always gets visible, but with the citing extension, it's just for knowledge sake. It's just for the Google's knowledge. What exactly are you putting in? So you can just write gifts by Amazon. Even for this extension, you can do a start date, end date, and a scheduling, which I've already told you. So I don't need to repeat that. You go ahead and press save. You click on, you get one of that created. You need at least four site links, minimum four site links to get approved and get showcased. Maximum is 10 which you can do, minimum is 4 you need. But when it comes down to getting appeared, minimum 0 and maximum 4 can appear. Even 2 can also appear. Now it's on Google's overall criteria, or you can say Google's own will. How much do they do? So we can also add our phone number in it. So you can add your phone number only in the call extension, Saurabh. Makes sense to add your phone number in your call extension. You can add that in site link extension also, but doesn't make sense. Also have phone number part of the site link, sorry, the call extension. So location extension, I want you to do a listing on the Google Ad My Business, right? Then second thing, I want you to create campaigns. So take any example. Let's take Snapdeal or Flipkart, all these sites. You can take any of these sites just to do a practice. Create a campaign. Do all these stuff which I have already told you, the language and all that. Create site link. Create call extension. Then you have a review. Forget about the app. If you have an app, then you can also have an app extension. You always get to see the app extensions on mobile only. Just to showcase to you, now I cannot showcase the mobile version. It says that, let's just try typing in book my show in your mobile, what do you say, mobile browser. You will always see an app extension coming for book my show or food panda. Over here it's there. So get the Amazon. So if somebody types in Amazon, to get the Amazon mobile app. This is an extension. Can you see the mobile app extension? You just give the link to that. Make sense? The mobile app, no brainer, nothing difficult in that. It's just that you have to go ahead and create by clicking on new app. You mention the URL, the link text, the link URL, and all that. Whether it's an Android or an iOS app, you mention the Apple ID. If it's an Android, then you mention the package name. You can also look up like this. Make sense? All the apps are actually stored in Apple Store and the Androids. Then you have reviews extension. This is another extension. I'll just showcase it to you. It was also there, part of this one. So these are reviews. Amazon India has 26,711 followers. Your Google Plus page can always get linked with your Google Ads. Your Google Plus page gets linked to uh, your ad. What is a Google Plus page? Do you guys have you guys been part of a Google Plus page? Like the way you have Facebook pages, you can create Google Plus page for your business. Try creating that. So it's a social site, absolutely right, Rajesh. I hope Nitin, are you aware of that? Lakshay, a Google Plus page. Yes, says Saurabh. Yes, says Rajesh. Nitin, Lakshya, aware of Google Plus pages. You can create Google Plus pages. You got that, Lakshay? Okay. Shifali is not clear on that. So Nitin knows that. So Google Plus page is just like Shifali, you have your own Facebook page. So Google also lets you create a Google Plus page. I would request you to just do some research on that. You can create a Google Plus page. It's very simple. Like you have a divine blessing page for your business for Facebook. You can have a divine blessing page for your on Google Plus. And in a similar fashion, you can even mention your address on Google Add My Business on Google Maps. So just keep this as one of the tasks which you have to do, right? So, like I said, these are the citing extensions, the app extensions, and whenever you have a Google Plus page or people will give you reviews, you can actually go ahead and click on that. Not many people use that. Call out, forget it. Nobody is using these days call out, and there is no point in using call out. Extensions are like just small text which are not even clickable. It's just free delivery. People say that if you're giving free delivery, just mention that. If you're giving 10% discount, just mention that. And they are not even clickable. That's it. Can we add Facebook page details on it? No, Saurabh. So you cannot have Facebook page part of any of these extensions. You can have Facebook page maybe on the destination URL when you'll create the ad, but in none of the extensions you can have. So now the makes sense. Does it answer your question, Saurabh? So start date, end date for your campaign. Okay. You want to start your campaign on 15th of May again and want to end that on a particular date, which you tells Google that after 22nd it should not run. Ad scheduling for what particular days, whether Monday to Friday or just all the days of the week, what time to what not. You can do that. Ad delivery and ad rotation. As of now, just go for the optimize for clicks. I don't want you guys to get confused. Just optimize for clicks and forget about these two things. These are coding stuff. So this is done with a very higher level when you are doing Google AdWords for very big clients like Amazon and Flipkart, and that too at a very higher level. You do need to have coding background for that. But from the marketing perspective, just focus on these. Now you have created a campaign. After creating a campaign, the campaign name was Ghaziabad, and just a sec. You can have an ad group name as the proper, flats. Ad group 1 can be flats and ad group 2 can be plots. So you had created geographic region as one of the geographic region was part of your ad group, and within, sorry, campaign, and within a campaign you have multiple ad groups. So you have flats also in Ghaziabad and you have plots also in Ghaziabad. So you have mentioned ad group. You just go ahead with a text ad. You can mention, so the landing page which you can use, maybe just to begin with, can be any of it, any of the ones. So 2 BHK apartment in Ghaziabad, let's say, or yeah, right. You go ahead and have this as of now, just because you are focusing on the Ghaziabad 2 BHK flats. You mentioned 2 BHK flats in Ghaziabad. You can even name your ad group name as 2 BHK. You can have another ad group as 1 BHK flats Ghaziabad. Description line 1, you can mention only 2% at the time of booking, only 2% at booking, uh, 2 BHK flats, 2 BHK flats, and then call now to get 13% discount, whatever, and then you have a display URL and a destination URL. So you have a destination URL which I've already taken. I mentioned that. Now what happens with a display URL and destination URL? Display URL will never be the bigger one. At least the domain has to be the same. The domain is andromeda.builders. This always has to be same with a destination URL and the display URL. Now after the the domain, you can write in anything which you want. 2 BHK in Ghaziabad, right? So you can write that, and after that, see the keywords when you guys spoke about. So could you add full stop at the end of the description line 1? Yes, you can do that, but it can be done only only one special character allowed. So you have already used percentage, so you cannot use dot again. That's a good question. Only one special character, whether it's at the rate, full stop, percentage. I think full stop can still be allowed. Yeah, so only one special character means the hyphen, the dollar, the star, the and symbol, all that. But this, the dot can be used. Dot can be used. Absolutely, sir. So this can be used. So in description line one, yes. Over here also you can use in description line one, in description line two, and headline also you can use. Yeah, makes sense. Now you can see the changes in the ad too. This one, yeah, you can see the changes in the ad. Yeah, you can see the overall ad preview, how it's going to look like when you have made the ad. This is how it's going to look like when people will type in, right? Now you can see that whatever ad you have created, it's all over the place for do PHK flats in Ghaziabad. So just have keywords in and around that only. So such a exhaustive list is there. You have to select which one. So Ghaziabad flats. So 2 BHK flat in Ghaziabad goes well with it. 2 BHK flats in Ghaziabad goes well with it. Ghaziabad flat, I can still go with this one. And buy flats in Ghaziabad. 2 BHK flat in Ghaziabad for buy, I can go with this. Then I will never go for 1 BHK because I'll create another ad group for 1 BHK. So now this is an example which I'm taking, Shefali, like you were asking me. I won't take flats in Vasundhara, Ghaziabad. Uh, I would also rather go ahead and delete this. So anything related to 2 BHK, I've selected on these three keywords. 2 BHK flats in Ghaziabad, 2 BHK flat in Ghaziabad, 2 BHK flat in Ghaziabad for buy, right? So can we use Google Planner tool? Absolutely. So Google Planner tool only has actually given you this. I'll come on to the Google Planner tool also in a while. This is Google Planner tool will give you only this only, sort of. So 2 BHK apartments in Ghaziabad. Then I click on these. Do I see any 2 BHK? Not really. I just check all the keywords, which one goes with it. So you have to apply your mind over here. You have to see from client's perspective and also from the ad perspective. Had it been, I've not applied in my mind, I would have gone ahead, clicked on the 3 BHK one, the flat for rent. So I will create different ad groups for flat for rent. I'll create a different ad group for 3 BHK, right? So even house in Ghaziabad, I'm not taking, I'm just taking anything pertaining to the 2 BHK thing, and that too in Ghaziabad. So I'm taking all those keywords which talk about 2 BHK and that too in Ghaziabad, right? So I'll have a house in Ghaziabad as a different ad group. I'll create further ad groups. Default bid I have already selected as 5. Don't go with the ad group URL options. It's again the same things, the coding stuff. That's a simple thing. Save and continue to billing, and then you go ahead and create the billing. Way too simple, guys. It'll ask you for the country and all that stuff. Saurabh, I'll run this myself. I'll put in the I'll put in some money into this and showcase it to you. I'm doing it Canada because I have a Canadian credit card, guys. Okay. So just for I'll put that later on. You can go ahead and submit your credit card and debit card details and then do that. But as of now, don't put in money, guys. Just create, play around with this overall tool. I hope it makes sense. Whatever we have studied so far today, the ad extensions, the overall ad groups, the AdWords structure, please go ahead and do that. Next class, we'll study more in depth about how do you create uh, How do you use keyword match types? There is something called match type. In selecting keywords, Saurabh, your question was that whether we can use a keyword planner tool or not. You can definitely use that. But if there are, let me showcase it to you. I don't want to take this tool today so that you don't get confused. There is this tool, guys. If you go into the tool section, you have keyword planner. You can use this particular tool. I have sort of taken only those keywords which are talking the same language which my ad copy was. My ad copy, if you recall, was just talking about 2 BHK flats in Ghaziabad. So that's the reason why I had only 4 keywords. And all these 4 keywords had two things common, 2 BHK and flats. By doing this exercise, by making sure my ad copy and my landing page and my keywords, they have the same thing, my quality score will go high. If my quality score will go high, I will pay less money to be on the top. That's where I am going to distinguish, going to differentiate myself from other marketers. I will pay less money and I'll be on top. If there is another person, another marketer who doesn't follow this, he or she might pay a higher amount and still be on the bottom part. So that's where our job comes in as internet marketers. Why will someone hire us if we'll save their money and give them make them earn more money? I'm helping him to save on the spend, and I'm helping my client also to earn more money. And that happens if I create right mixture of keywords with right ad groups and right campaigns. So had I put in a keyword like 3 BHK flats within my 2 BHK flat thing, and had I put in 2 BHK flats in Delhi, then also it wouldn't have make sense because I'm having 2 BHK flats in Ghaziabad. So both the things needs to be there. Make sense, guys? I think it's quite a lot of stuff which we have covered today. Something which I'm happy that we have covered a lot. But the point is that are you guys okay with it? I know Shefali had some connection issues. He can watch the recorded session. But Nitin, are you happy with today's session? Rajesh, Nitin, Saurabh, yes, Lakshay, great, thanks. So I'll let you go, guys. It's 9:13, 9:14. So we'll have next session on Friday only. I'll suggest you because by Monday I don't think you guys would be able to watch this video over and over again. I want you guys to actually at least visit this, view this video a couple of times, play around with this overall panel 4, 5, 6 times, create multiple campaigns, multiple ad groups, do it for one website, do it for another website, take Amazon maybe as one of your example, take Flipkart as another example, or Zabong as another example, or take a non-e-commerce site like uh, any any site which comes to your mind, which you think is a e-commerce or a non-e-commerce site, and then try to do create ads for them, and then we'll see it. Yes, Saurabh, please go ahead and create for my website, no problem. I'll be more than happy to take that. So like I did for one of the client which is into real estate, you can do it for a real estate kind of a website. You can do it for a restaurant kind of a website, for any of the website which is into electronic goods, someone who's into IT, someone who's into apparels, anything. Make sense? We'll meet next Friday again, 7 o'clock. Yeah, next Friday, Rajesh. Perfect. I'll send you guys the recorded session and also the next session's URL. Can we make an ad for page? Yes, for your Facebook page, you can absolutely do that, Shefali. Yeah. Thank you so much. Whatever questions you have, feel free to email me across. Each one of you have my email address and I'll address them. Thank you and have a great weekend, guys. Take care. Bye bye.